With Frank Kellenberg and Joe Laporta. What up, Frank?
How you doing, man, Joe? Happy Halloween.
Good.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
This is our first podcast, everyone. Something new, something we're trying. Let's see if everything works out. We'll see what we got here.
Let's get into it. First big topic for us, gotta be the NFL games coming up. I think the biggest game we got right now is the Ravens-Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Number one game right now. Two top teams in the AFC. Playoff contentions already, I would say. Because if you win one of two, it's rough not to say that they won the division out.
I mean, the Steelers, they got +4. They're playing away. But I think they're a better built team.
Really?
The Ravens have to get a lead. If they don't get that lead, they're not winning. They cannot play from behind.
But if you see, they were already starting to blow that lead when their last game against Tennessee. Derrick Henry got going late. Derrick Henry usually takes his time to get going.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson doesn't take any time to get going. He just goes. And if that happens against the Steelers, like you said, the Ravens need the lead. But if they get that lead, there's no stopping them. You can't catch them.
Because their run game comes in.
100%.
If you need that run game, all you do is Lamar just throw the ball. Not going to happen. They need that run game. If they don't have that run game, they have nothing.
Okay, I get what you mean. I still think the Ravens come out with that game. I think they win that game and give the Steelers their first loss of the season.
If they get ball first, bring it down to the goal, I think they win. But they have to get that first drive in.
So you think
have to.
The first touchdown is going to settle the game off for it?
Oh, yeah. Ravens score first, I'm betting the house on the Ravens.
Okay. And also, they just got Yannick Ngakoue from the Vikings.
Yeah, big trade.
Big trade. Another big team for us. I'm a big Patriots fan, as you can tell already. I have no clue which direction we're going, man.
Cam Newton, we thought he'd be a lot better this year. We had some high hopes for him.
First couple weeks until COVID.
Yeah, but if you really look at his stats, he had a couple of running touchdowns. You would never get that passing game going. You can't really put it all on him, though. That team is not built like the old Patriots with Tom Brady.
It's so hard. And I'm looking at the schedule, and it really doesn't get easier. I'll say we beat the Bills, but we're going into Buffalo with Cam. I don't think we win that game.
I don't think Cam's going to be the quarterback after this week anymore.
But then if he's not the quarterback, then we got to start looking at the draft.
Yeah.
Then we got to go down, and then we'll just. It's just rough.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like the Jets.
Yeah.
I feel like the Jets. I feel like the Giants even.
Both these divisions are trash. I don't know what's going to happen in either division.
Nah, it's rough. I don't know who's winning the NFC East. NFC East is wide open and it's rough.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now, my money on the NFC East has to be Washington.
Really?
Oh, man. Quarterback. The Giants, they have no line.
Well, yeah, Will Hernandez just went down. I don't know how many. They only have what? Well, every single offensive line is in quarantine right now.
Oh, yeah. And right now, this spread went crazy.
What's the spread?
We're talking about -13.
Well, if you have no O-line, you got to go against Jason Pierre-Paul, Ndamukong Suh, and Shaquille Barrett.
Oh,
that's rough. That's rough. Do you start Danny?
No. I would protect him. You have to protect. Right now, you have Barkley out. Mm-hmm. You want another, cornerstone of your team out? That's crazy. You have to bench him. You cannot protect him. You barely protected him now. Now you want to put him against one of the top defenses in the league with monsters in that D-line? They're going to kill him.
And the worst part about it is that they're not even weak in the run game. They're, the last 2 years, the best run defense in the league.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And in my opinion, they have the best linebacker core in the league. Devin White and Levante David. That's rough. And now their offense isn't throwing 30 interceptions a year. Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones are playing out of their mind, so if they get a lead, it's pretty much over. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's really rough. And then the other New York team is the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They might not win a game this year.
No, it's scary thought.
AFC East is just not it. It's just horrendous.
Where the AFC East used to be the K, The Patriots ruled that division for a decade.
But was it the king? Because I truly think it was only the king because of the Patriots. As a Patriot fan, that was a bottom. That was a bottom division beside us. And you see that now.
You got the Rex Ryan years. The Miami Dolphins popped up one year.
Yeah, with the Wildcat.
Buffalo Bills always,
they compete.
Listen, no one wants to go up to New York and Buffalo in the cold.
At the end of the year, no one wants to go there. But with New York, this year, the Jets, do they even win a game?
They're right now, they haven't won a game, but do you think they can win a game?
I hope they win a game because it's New York. But who they have? They have New England. Well, first of all, they got Chiefs right now. Where they're one. What's the spread on the Chiefs game?
The Chiefs game? Last time I checked the sportsbook, Jets again almost 20 points. They get 20 points. 20 points. That's a college spread.
Do the Chiefs cover?
Chiefs covered every game but one game this year.
Chiefs last 3 games, they put up 100 points. Jets last 3 games, they put up 20.
But very rare you see 20 points for an NFL team.
20 points. I think the last time I remember seeing it was Peyton Manning on the Broncos playing the old Jaguars. And I think they were like 24. They were given 24.
And now it's a team that was going almost over 16. I mean, come on. It's insane. But let's look at other 0-16 teams. So 0-17 teams. I was looking up the Browns. Okay. Remember the Browns are 0-17?
Their winning record now is better than both New York teams since they didn't win a game.
Mm-hmm. Jets did have a harder schedule, but the Browns did play a little tougher. Their games were close. If you look at the schedule, when they lost by 3 points sometimes, and the game field goal. But there's one big similarity between both teams.
What's that?
Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh, you won't believe this.
What is it?
Greg Williams is the defense coordinator.
So it's his fault.
Not saying it's his fault, but does he bring bad juju with him?
I mean, with that dirty play, what's it called? One of the teams didn't even want to shake his hand after the game.
Well, ever since the scandal with the Saints.
It's rough. It's really rough. And I don't know how he bounced back from that to get another job.
That'd be the second 0-17. Second as a defense coordinator. How can you even defend yourself when you go for an interview?
I don't even know how to do that. But back to this Jets schedule, they got Kansas City where they're getting 20 points.
Yeah.
But they got to play New England.
Mm-hmm.
New England can't lose this game. If we lose this game, we got 10. Season's done.
We got to remember, this is the season of the tanks. Everyone wants that golden goose at number 1.
And I think that's where some conversations are going to be messed up.
Yeah.
Because now the Jags are another team that will just have their one win and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Your top 4 picks might be Jets, Jags, Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean the Cowboys don't have an easy schedule too towards the end.
No way. They have who? They gotta go to Eagles right. They go to Philly with Ben DiNucci. Who's is his first NFL start, and he's got to go against Philly, who's one of the best front 7 in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Easily. Then they got to play Pittsburgh. Then go to Minnesota. Washington might win the division.
Yeah. I mean, look at Washington's schedule. They're in a bye week.
So they get healthy.
And they play the Giants coming out of the gate. Giants, we don't know what state of mind they're in right now. Not only that, you have a whole extra week to prepare. A whole extra week for the Giants.
It's rough.
After that, they head to Detroit. Detroit, it's a toss-up game. They've been playing very good, but they never, ever get over that hump.
So now, if the Cowboys are a top 5 pick, do they pass on Justin Fields?
Dak might come at a discount, but does he want a discount?
But he doesn't. There's no need for a discount. He showed that when he's playing, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
But once you have that horrendous injury, how many quarterbacks really bounce back and go the same? Not many. For the money he wants, has to be a deep discount. Look at Cam Newton. He ain't playing the best right now.
Yeah, Cam was.
But you think that no team would pick him up?
Nah.
He was one of the lowest paid quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
His backups are making
more money than Cam Newton this year. And there's it's insane. It's just right. I don't get it. I mean, we got blessed with Cam taking the discount. We got blessed with that discount.
Yeah, but it's a curse too. Wouldn't you rather be a team that in tanking? Now you got that win now. It hurts your chances.
Two wins.
No, it hurt you have the Jets in your division.
I think we just gotta finish the season out and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to get Justin Fields, but now with the Cowboys, like you said, that Dak's gonna have to have him come at a discount.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna want to take the discount.
Yeah.
So then, do you pass on Justin Fields at 3 or 4?
You can't. You honestly can't.
Or even the kid from North Dakota.
But where's Dak gonna go? Dak don't have many, people coming out saying, "Hey, listen, it's a big 5-year contract." No one's coming out.
Chicago. Chicago's going to be in the middle of the pack in the draft. They're going to draft a good old lineman. And then, because Mitch ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch is not it no more, and that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Foles is here and there, and he's on the older side of quarterback years.
Mm-hmm.
So then Dak, I guess, is where it is.
Mm-hmm. But are they really going to spend that money, or he's going to come at a discount?
It's just that they have the money, though. They don't pay anybody. The only person they pay was Glenn Beck. Besides that, they have so much cap.
Yeah, but they always, with the quarterbacks, man, they invest so much money in them and they never turn out.
Do you know
Look at
they're actually top 3 in most quarterbacks since the Super Bowl era?
Oh, yeah. Right next to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Cleveland's going 3 quarterbacks a year at one time. 3 different quarterbacks started. It's insane.
Baker got benched last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, Baker got benched for Case Keenum.
And do you really believe Baker's the future for them?
I mean, he's actually 12-0 in the red zone with touchdowns and interceptions. So I believe in Baker. I don't cut him yet.
Oh, I wouldn't cut him, but
unless you cut him.
There's an option out there.
They're in the 3rd place in the division, in the toughest division in the NFL right now.
Oh, they're gone.
But Chubb's coming back. And that run game can kill anybody. And they still have Jarvis Landry. They have a great tight end group. I don't think they trade Njoku. So then they leave with Austin Hooper and David Njoku, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Jarvis Landry. You're set. And they have the defensive player of the year through the first half of the NFL and Myles Garrett.
Yes, but can you say they have too many weapons now? You got to feed these guys.
Well, as messed up as it's going to sound, Odell getting hurt might be a curse, might be a blessing.
I agree.
It's one less to feed.
At least with the Steelers, with Claypool playing great, and Juju. You heard Claypool this week. Got to feed everybody. As long as he's rookie, agree with the vets, they're set. But the problem is with Cleveland, they're all vets. There's no rookies you can stomp on. All these veterans once get paid. They need the numbers. They need to hit their milestones. If not, they don't get paid.
Yeah.
Those contracts aren't guaranteed.
Yeah. I think as long as Baker keeps playing the way he does, the run game keeps working the way it is, they can almost beat anything. And when you have the best pass rusher in the league, him and Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, top 2 pass rushers in the league, you always got a shot.
Look at the Bears. The Bears always have a shot. But guess what? If your offense ain't rolling, your defense tires out.
But see, that's the difference. They don't have the running game. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb can win you a game by themselves.
Yes, but it's the same situation we had that with the Ravens. You need the lead. You can't run the ball down 2 touchdowns.
They have more weapons than the Ravens.
Oh, come on.
Who do the Ravens have? Besides Lamar, Mark Andrews. I'm not respecting him. I'm just saying. Who are you going to? Hollywood Brown over the top that everybody knows is coming, so you can play safety over him? What do you got? The Browns can at least run or pass. They have that option.
Yeah, but when they pass, when you put the game in Baker's hands, do you trust him?
You won it last week. Started that game 0-5. Finished that game through 5 touchdowns.
Listen, Manning wins too. Eli won all those years. But if you had to choose a quarterback, would you go with Eli?
No. But anyway.
You taking Baker?
Maybe.
I don't know about you, but I'm going Mahomes all day.
Of course you go Mahomes. I'm just saying Baker doesn't.
You go Brady.
I don't think they win the Super Bowl. They might be a playoff team.
I mean,
wow.
They might be a playoff, but being in the middle of the pack all these years, you can never build a real dynasty.
But remember, you
need to have losing years.
They were constantly at the top. They were constantly first 5 picks.
Oh, the organization's a mess.
Of course it is, because it's horrendous.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. The organization's always a mess, going through head coaches, quarterbacks. I mean, they have some gems in there, but I don't think they know what to do with them. I really, truly don't believe they know how to run this team.
So did they move? Or did they need new ownership?
I think they need new ownership. I mean, Odell was a big trade for them.
And they were talking about trading this year.
But Odell's not that player. He had one spectacular catch. Put up great stats.
Year. His rookie year was disgusting. And he had 1,000 yards receiving last year.
He also one of the biggest headaches in the NFL. Problem in the locker room.
What wide receiver is it? That's a good wide receiver, besides Julio Jones and DeAndre Hopkins.
You got a couple more in you.
Ooh.
Come on.
Okay, Mike Evans.
Chico.
Amari Cooper's hit or miss, so not him. Who else?
You can keep going. I know you got more in you.
No way. No. Top 5 receivers, there's no way they're not headaches.
Most receivers are headaches.
Yes.
But most of them believe in their coaches, believe in the system. Odell never believed in the system. Didn't believe with the Giants. He don't believe with Cleveland. He threw us back to the college years, me with Landry again. That's not happening.
Yeah. That's wrong.
Now going back to the Jets. You know, are they going to be that third team that goes 0-17?
They have to beat the Patriots once. I think that's it. As is the Patriots stage right now, they have to beat the Patriots once. Because Miami needs that playoff, needs that win for playoffs. That's a divisional win. They need that win for playoffs. So if it's they can't lose that game to the Jets.
Yes.
And then last time they played the Jets, they beat them 24-0. I mean, yes, Darnold was out, and it's rough to win without Darnold, but
okay, so now they go 0-17, get the number 1 pick. What happens to Darnold?
He's got to go. He's a low bar. No offense, he's not a top selling quarterback. He's a good one, but he's not top selling.
4th round pick? 5th round?
Probably 4th, 5th, because you go 4th because you get seller's age.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, it's rough.
Yeah.
It's really rough to see. And it's hard because he's actually, at times, he played really well.
I mean, did he have a team around him?
No. Never.
It's like the Carr situation with the Texans. Carr was a good quarterback with the Texans. He had all the tangibles.
So
no team.
Moving might be his best bet then.
Start a new career.
Then where's he go? He might be actually an easier buy for the Bears then.
I think he's the best buy out there. He's technically still rookie age on a rookie contract. Has the tangibles. He really does. Smart kid. Played great in college.
When he had a number 1 receiver. When he had Juju, he was up there for a Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
The next year he turned the ball over too much. But he had no one throwing.
Name the number 1 receiver he has. Crowder? He's the number 1 receiver. He's a bench player on most teams.
No.
Almost.
He's a top slot. He's a top 5 slot receiver in the NFL. Top slot receiver. I'm not saying
his stats are inflated on the Jets.
But
Inflated
he
on
did
the
the
Jets.
same thing in Washington.
Washington is a Super Bowl team too?
I'm not
Come
saying.
on.
Of course his stats are going to
He goes to Kansas City. He's bench.
Okay.
Goes to Pittsburgh. He's bench.
Okay.
Goes to Atlanta. Bench.
No, he's not. He'll fight with Russell Gage. He will fight with Russell Gage. I will die on this hill.
But that's embarrassing. You go from one to fighting for a spot on the starting squad. He'd be on that team demanding a trade. Come on.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. But I still like him. He's killing for me in fantasy. I got him in the 11.
Well, yeah, sometimes you find some diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, you need to. Thank God. In this COVID-ridden season
Fantasy's not good to anyone this year.
The only people that's been handling COVID very well is the UFC.
Yeah. You got Fight Island. Great fights going on.
I don't know how Dana White does it.
Oh, but now you get the legendary fight tonight. Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall.
I don't know how Anderson Silva's still fighting. I don't get it.
I think it's the love of the sport, love of the game.
His son's starting to fight.
Really?
Yeah. His son is starting to fight.
Is he his trainer or are they using the same trainers together?
I think he was the same trainers.
That'll be interesting.
But Uriah Hall's an actual top 10 ranked opponent.
I really think, Anderson Silva, I think he's done.
Supposedly this is his last fight. This is what the UFC's portraying it as. This is what everybody's saying it's going to be.
Well, this could be the last fight in the UFC. Because some of these guys love to fight. They'll go to Bellator. They'll go to ONE. Some of these guys, they just love to fight. They love the whole art of training, getting in there, and just, throwing hands. But you got to remember, Bellator and ONE, they don't really test as high.
Of course, because UFC's top fighter league in the world.
And USADA really put them straight. Really? That's why you got rid of Brock Lesnar real quick.
What did he get? He had to get out of it.
But this is definitely his last fight for UFC.
It has to be. And piggybacking off the NFL, Greg Hardy fights him tonight. He fights 6'7" Maurice Green.
Maurice Green, he's a beast. He's a scary looking dude.
I get it. Greg Hardy was missing. He was almost the first person in UFC history to miss heavyweight weight.
Greg Hardy's a big boy. And he knows how to train.
265.
Think about it. He's one of the few guys that have to cut weight for heavyweight.
And I think it's just not good for the body.
Well, you remember, he has a lot of extra muscle from the NFL and all those years. He never started with the fighting body. Yeah. Where those guys know how to train, get the right muscle. He still has to change his body. It'll take years before he gets the fighting body to get rid of the NFL body.
Well, looking at the stats, I don't think this fight lasts long. The average time of both of these guys, Greg Hardy's average fight, 7 minutes. Maurice Green, 8 minutes. Greg Hardy has 100% TKO win. There's no doubt about it.
Usually when Greg Hardy goes the distance, he don't win. He's not going to win. He tars out in the third round. We see him try to cheat, use the inhaler one time.
And that was, technically he wasn't truly wrong because he asked the commissioner, who was right there. And they said, yeah.
But he don't make that final. It's in the contract, in the rules. Each location has different rules.
That's what Dana White was saying. So that's why he got the no contest on his record. He's got a great record. 8-2. The only one of his losses was to a top 5 opponent.
And even that, short notice fight, willing to take that fight, shows he feels like he's a top 5 fighter.
He should feel that way.
And Alexander Volkov was a beast.
He just destroyed Voltaris.
And he went the distance with him. Think about it. He went the distance.
As an unranked opponent on a short notice fighters, he went the distance.
That means he had no tape feed on him to study.
Nope.
Didn't train to fight, to find his weaknesses.
Nobody.
He went out there and slugged it out.
Volkov is number 6 right now in the world.
Yeah.
Somehow Alistair Overeem's ahead of him. I wouldn't put him ahead of him.
Well, everything went downhill once he lost to Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
He was on track for the title fight.
Easily.
All he had to do was defeat Derek Lewis. And ever since he lost to Derek Lewis...
And he was winning that fight.
Oh, he
was winning that fight. It was in the bag.
That was one of the biggest cards of all time.
If you just put your chin out, Derek Lewis, go put your lights out.
Yeah.
Just how it works.
Scary dude. Any second, man. That's it. You lose concentrate 1 second, that big hand, that's it.
The rest of this card's pretty good, too, though. They have the Thug Nasty fighting his camo shorts, Bryce Mitchell, versus Andre Philly. Philly had a great fight his last fight. It was a scrap.
Yeah.
And Bryce's nickname should be Mr. Twister. He's always looking for that submission.
Yeah.
He's always looking for that. Then you have Kevin Holland versus a UFC debut with Charlie Overinos. And Kevin Holland just won his last fight. Mm-hmm. Even though he thought he tied, he clearly won the first 2 rounds of this fight.
Well, that's what happens to the judges. You never know.
You can't leave it up to the judges. You can never leave it up to the judges.
Uncle Dana always says, if you want to win, you win in the ring.
It's also that bonus.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you think the main event ends between Anderson Silva and Uriah Hall?
Anderson, very slick. He might go the distance. He usually does.
I think he gets put out.
Yeah, what round?
Second. I think Uriah Hall just puts him to sleep. It's going to be a hard watch.
It's not going to be a good watch.
It's going to be a hard watch.
It's not. Even when he fought the style bender, that was a hard watch. Style bender got to be used for the Anderson Silva fight.
Yeah.
But Anderson's a slick veteran who knows how to not get hit, plays great defense, can roll with the best. I think if he does get knocked out, it might be, fourth round. He might start gassing out, playing around too much. But first two rounds, I think the first round they can feel out each other. Second round, Uriah's going to start up in the tempo. He might catch him.
But Uriah's whole gas tank isn't as good as either. He starts gassing out. That's why he's at 10 in the middleweight.
Well, that's why if they get past the third round, it's going to be a lot of rolling, a lot of games. But I think Uriah Hall will win the first 3 rounds, so where he wins no matter what.
I think that Uriah Hall being number 10, I think he has to put Anderson Silva if he wants to climb back to title contention.
Oh, he might be done. If he loses to Anderson Silva,
he's done. He's
going to be off the top 10. And who knows where he goes from there?
14, 15.
I told him that's stacked divisions. The lightweight division's the stacked division. And with Khabib, you don't know what's going to happen now. Now he's saying he's coming back.
He wasn't fighting. Now he's going to fight. He made a promise to his mother.
Well, listen, a lot of emotions came out of that.
Of course.
His father was always his trainer. His father made to almost every fight he ever had. And now...
But then who does he fight?
That's the question.
He beat Gaethje. He beat Poirier. He beat Conor. He beat 3 out of the top 4. So now you give Tony Ferguson the fight against Khabib, even though Tony Ferguson almost got his head knocked off against Gaethje.
Oh, listen. That fight was not supposed to happen.
Nope.
Ferguson went to a full camp for Khabib. Full camp. Even cut weight. That puts a big dent in your body.
So you think he gets the fight then? So Khabib's plan was always to go 30-0.
Listen, Ferguson lost that fight.
Yeah.
But I think still an asterisk next to it. For real fight watchers, they know what goes through the pain and the emotional training for a fight. And that was such an anticipated fight because so many canceled. Ferguson was all in.
5 times the fight got canceled.
Then you go against a brawler like Gaethje? Come on.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's a rough transition to go from Khabib.
2 different styles of fighting. 2 completely.
So what they fought?
It was a slugfest. And that's what happens when you don't train for a guy, it turns into a slugfest. So what happens? The guy who's better in shape, which Gaethje was because Ferguson cut weight twice.
He claims that it didn't have an effect.
It does. It has an effect on his body.
He's older. He's not the same young Tony Ferguson that we know.
You're fully dehydrating your body. And they don't even recommend to do it. But he did it twice.
I don't think what's his name fights him though. Khabib says there's no real point in fighting him.
I see there's a point for fight fans, but for Khabib, St. Pierre.
But does St. Pierre do it?
Yeah.
You think so?
At the right weight. He ain't doing the lightweight.
So what weight are you talking?
It depends what St. Pierre is. I don't know what his weight is now. But
last time he fought was the middleweight.
That's all thrown out. That's whatever weight he walks around with every day, maybe minus 25. So if he's walking around 200, it might be a 170 fight or something.
The last 170 is the biggest in the middle. Because St. Pierre's last fight was middleweight. 185 pounds.
Like I said, it all depends where the weight is now. Because he can't cut too much because it'd be unfair.
This is older. His last fight was this.
But he's legendary. Come on.
I don't even know why he would want that fight. I think Khabib has to fight Tony Ferguson. If he gets 30-0, you call it back. That was his plan anyway.
Why does he really want Ferguson?
He wanted him 5 times.
That's different. This is all different now. This is legacy. He loses against him. that division just opened up. And
Even Tyron opened up the division.
And no, Ferguson wins. He's 29-1.
Yeah.
Does he really retire on that loss? That's a stain on your legacy. Especially guys like John Jones putting him down, saying he's the legend of.
I mean, he's definitely a legend, but he's not pound for pound better than John Jones.
Not pound for pound. It's two different fighting styles. But come on. You figure this. Tony knocks him out, right? Mm-hmm. Now you have Gaethje who beat Tony, so that fight has to happen again. Khabib's gonna be in the mix.
And then we still have
and you have Poirier and McGregor fighting still.
I love this division. This division. And we can't. Dan Hooker's still always around.
Exactly. He's like a bad like disease or a cut or something. He's just always around.
Old girlfriend can't get rid of him.
Exactly. He's just stuck there. He's not a top 4 fighter with those guys. He cannot fight.
He can't compete with those 4.
Can't. But think about it.
Who can though? As top 4, that's one of the best. The only one that's probably better than that is the welterweight.
Yeah, and that division, McGregor really don't fight.
No.
Poirier fights here and there. He fights more than most of anyone else. Ferguson only got to 1 a year.
Yeah.
Gaethje fought 2 this year.
Khabib always takes 1 fight a year.
So that division moves slow. Where other divisions are moving fast. The heavyweights are moving fast, right?
Which is insane.
And now with John Jones
jumping in the mix. I don't even. Who's he fighting? Stipe and Francis are about to fight again, so who's he fighting?
Overeem. You need a big name.
So he's got to fight Alistair Overeem. Because Francis is fighting Stipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Biggie Boy is fighting Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
So does he fight Curtis Blades? Curtis Blades doesn't have a dance partner. And neither is Alistair Overeem.
I think Curtis Blades gets winner for the title.
Okay.
I think Jones has to win 2 fights.
2 fights?
Take a BS fight.
So you're saying John Jones fights Alistair Overeem, wins Alistair Overeem, and then fights the winner of Biggie Boy and Derek.
So now you have Blade number 2. He don't fight much either. He fights 20 years, the champ.
Yeah. Stipe. Yeah.
So you told him this would be a 2 or 3 year thing before you see that fight.
And then there's Adesanya, where he wants to fight Jones. Adesanya's next fight might be Jan.
Yeah.
Jan already agreed. He said he's down on Twitter. I don't know, but you can trust Twitter.
But usually when these guys want to fight, Uncle Dana gives it to them. He always gives it to them.
Like you should. Give your fans what you think is best.
Yeah.
I would love to see Izzy at 190, at 205.
I mean, he's big for his division now.
6'4". He's huge. But he doesn't cut weight much. If you see him at the conference, in the weightings, he looks fine.
He's tall, so he could gain more muscle. Man, muscle weighs a lot. That's why John Jones doesn't take it slow.
Yeah, he is.
These guys are big. That's why, maybe a year from now, he'll take a fight. But it has to be maybe top 10. But even that's going to hurt him. If he gets 1 loss in that division,
that's done.
Oh, he's done.
I think he's got to fight over.
He needs a big name.
I think he fights over. Over is in 5.
Because
so it's with the top 5 if he beats him.
Remember, he's not going to go be an undercard. He's not.
He's a main event.
He's a main event.
He's the best fighter in the world.
And he needs, if it's pay-per-view, it has to be Overeem. Overeem always has big pay-per-view numbers.
Always.
Is a known fighter. Has to be. He fight. Did you see the pay-per-view numbers that came out the other day?
Insane.
Oh yeah, it's insane. What was it?
Was it 500 million? What was it?
500,000.
For Khabib?
For Khabib.
I thought it was 500,000 fights in the United States.
No, 500,000 in the United States.
I don't remember.
Around 250 international. There's other factors involved in it. 2 p.m. fight.
I don't understand that.
It's for the Russian fans.
Okay.
But not only that, they don't buy pay-per-views internationally.
Nah.
They have special channels and stuff.
Yeah.
They put a factor. But having only 500,000 in the United States, that's horrible. Like, that's scary. His pay-per-view points are trash. He didn't make no money.
Nah, every game he made no money.
Think about it. You had Masvidal versus
Usman?
Diaz.
That.
Huge numbers.
How's that going?
It's not even the top 5 fighters.
No, not at the time.
You have a 29-0 champion go against the interim champion. You can get past $500,000 for U.S. sales. So you gotta remember. So he needs big names too.
Well, his biggest fight wasn't on.
Connor's a big man.
I can't wait to see Connor.
Half Ireland watches his.
I can't wait to see Connor fight again.
But now, hey, it's Connor's thought. Is he going back to boxing?
Supposedly fight Manny.
So he fights Poirier. He's only fighting Poirier because he wanted to fight for his special, what do you call it?
Charity?
His charity. Yeah, his special charity. He wanted a charity fight. Uncle Dana said, if you're fighting, you fight under UFC.
Yeah.
So he said he's donating $500,000 of his purse to the charity.
That's a good move. He's actually completely changed.
Oh, Poirier actually agreed for the charity fight, but Uncle Dana's like,
huge in charity.
You gotta wet my beak too if you want to fight.
That's Dana. He knows this. He always needs to cut out everything. You know that.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, if he goes back to boxing, I think McGregor's done with UFC. Another $100 million paycheck. You think he can get face busted in the UFC for $2 or $3 million?
No way.
Maybe another $4 or $5 million top of that for pay-per-view sales? Come on.
I wouldn't go back. If I'm Conor and I win that, I wouldn't go back.
For what? Your legacy's already set. You changed the fight game.
But if he does beat Poirier, they got to give him a title shot, man.
So this is what I believe can happen. Depending on what Khabib does, that whole division is set. Khabib fights once a year.
Yeah.
You figure there has to be another interim champion. Right? So if he signs a deal now, right, he might fight again next summer.
Yeah.
So the next will have to be Poirier versus McGregor for a title interim. That's what I would do. Because now you keep the division alive. Yeah. Conor wins. Could put against Tony. Put him against Gaethje. That's another big fight. Everyone wants Gaethje versus McGregor. Same styles. Same everything. That's going to be a puncher's fight, man. That's a first round knockout.
I think we can still get that.
That's what I believe will happen. If it's you put interim champion Poirier in him. Has Poirier even fight Gaethje yet?
Yeah. Poirier beat Gaethje the last time they fought.
Perfect.
So the fight math gets even worse.
That's what I'm saying. So you put that as the interim championship. Winner gets Poirier. Poirier versus Gaethje or McGregor versus Poirier. Winner gets Tony and Khabib.
I love this division.
Like I said, it's a slow transition where like the style bender constantly fighting.
Yeah.
Other divisions are constantly fighting. That's such a slow division because it's the money division. That's where the money's being made. Any other thoughts?
I think we're pretty good.
First podcast, guys. Any comments, concerns, anything we're willing to discuss with you guys? Let us know what we could do better. What we could try to, talk about topics, anything. Follow us on Instagram. We'll start putting up YouTube videos.
We'll most likely put this whole chat on YouTube, or we'll put it down in the clips. So if you have anything you want to say and comment, anything you want us to cover on our next podcast, please comment. Anything you need, just let us know.
Let us know. We'll try to shoot almost every Saturday, maybe some weekdays too.
We'll try to shoot some weekdays.
But follow us. We'll post on Instagram. We'll post on Twitter. Follow us and enjoy the ride with us, guys.
Thank you. Have a great one.